Hello and welcome back to FCAT Facts on SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. And now we will continue our topic on explaining the SDG actions. So what is the SDG? These are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. And they are composed of number 1, no poverty, number 2, zero hunger, number 3 is good health and well-being, number 4 is quality education, number 5 is gender equality, number 6 is clean water and sanitation, number 7 is affordable and clean energy, number 8 is decent work and economic growth, number 9 is industry, innovation and infrastructure, number 10 is reduce inequalities, number 11 is sustainable cities and communities. Number 12 is responsible consumption and production. Number 13 is climate action. Number 14 is life below water. Number 15 is life on land. Number 16 is peace, justice, and strong institution. And number 17 is partnership for the goal. So I am doing the SDG explanation from 1 to 4 because the previous video was cut. So this is a, you will delete the previous video and then we will post this new video to explain the SDG. We'll try to explain the SDG 1 to 4. But in order for the video not to be not too long, we will cut it per SDG. So 1, SDG 1, SDG 2, SDG 3, and then SDG 4. And then on the next live, and then I will continue the other SDGs, okay? So the SDGs are the Sustainable Development Goals, the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. They address the global challenges we face, including those related to poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, and justice. So the 17 goals are all interconnected. And in order to leave no one behind, it is important that we achieve them all by 2030. Okay, so there are several SDG actions that we are doing, and me in particular, I am doing the SDG workshops. Okay, so again, if you want to know this activity, the SDG workshop, you can just reach me, message me, and then we will schedule the SDG workshop in your municipality or in your locality. Okay, so we'll talk about the SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, hopefully, in this live video. Okay, so let's proceed now to SDG number 1. Okay, SDG number 1 is no poverty, and I will mention these are the facts where you can get the cases and the reports and the news on SDG 1, no poverty. The resource data, you can get it from the United Nations Development Program, the World Bank, the UN Children's Fund, the International Monetary Fund, the UN Global Compact, UNESCO, and the UN International Strategy for Disaster Reduction. Okay, so these are the objectives of the SDG. Why are we doing it? Because by 2030, the vision is to eradicate extreme poverty for all people everywhere, currently measured as people living on less than $2.15 a day. Also, to reduce at least by half the proportion of men, women, and children of all ages living in poverty in all its dimensions according to national definitions. And then also to implement nationally appropriate social protection systems and measures for all, including floors, and by 2030 achieve substantial coverage of the poor and the vulnerable. By 2030, ensure that all men and women, in particular the poor and the vulnerable, have equal rights to economic resources, as well as access to basic services, ownership, and control over land and other forms of property. Inheritance, natural resources, appropriate new technology, and financial services including microfinance. Also on this SDG 1, no poverty, is that by 2030, we build the resilience of the poor and those in vulnerable situations and reduce their exposure and vulnerability to climate-related extreme events and other economic, social, and environmental shocks and disasters. And then also to ensure a significant mobilization of resources from a variety of sources, including through enhanced development cooperation in order to provide adequate and predictable means for developing countries, in particular the least developed countries, to implement programs and policies to end poverty in all its dimensions. And then to create a sound policy frameworks at the national, regional, and international levels based on pro-poor and gender-sensitive development strategies to support accelerated investment in poverty eradication actions. Okay, so how to accelerate this SDG action? So I am doing all these workshops and activities in order to accelerate this SDG actions. And then I will show you, okay, the SDG No Poverty Workshop. It is an entrepreneurship and financial management workshop. It is a behavioral programming workshops and management of the personality development and team building in achieving the longevity and sustainability by developing the skill of earning and disciplining earned money through disaster-resilient, innovative business enterprises for global recognition of you as an advocate, as an individual advocate. Okay, so the question now is why do we need to accelerate this SDG action through these proposed programs? Because why? Because if the current trends, okay, if the current trends continue, 575 million people will still be living in extreme poverty, and only 1/3 of countries will have halved their national poverty levels by 2030. Also, despite expansion of social protection during the COVID-19, over 4 billion people remain entirely unprotected. Many of these population groups, including the young and the elderly, remain uncovered by the social protection programs. And then the share of the government spending on essential services such as education, health, and social protection is significantly higher in advanced economies than in the least developed countries. So a surge in action and investment to enhance economic opportunities, improve education, and extend social protection to all, particularly the most excluded, is very crucial to delivering the central commitment to end the poverty and leave no one behind. That is the basic purpose, to leave no one behind. So the global poverty headcount ratio of $2.15 is revised slightly by 0.1 percentage points to 8.5%, resulting in a revision in the number of poor people around the world. So from 648 million, it is now 659 million. Okay, so we will cut this because we will proceed to the next video on zero hunger. So we've talked here about the no poverty. I am cutting it so that it will not be too long to discuss every SDG, so that you can use this material in your supplementary learning, in your education, and in your activities or programs that entails in case you are handling advocacies on no poverty. Also, I would like to mention that the advocates that we are encouraging and inviting are not only in the public sector. We are now inviting those who are concerned, okay, the new generation who are now concerned on the issues that we are encountering. And then you can be a private person, a private individual, even though you don't have an organization, but you want to be an advocate, you are very much welcome to join us for the SDG actions. Okay, just let me know, message me, and then I'll be seeing you in another video for the SDG 2. Thank you.